Hi guys, I know it's been a long time, and I know there have been several attempts and things on my part that, that I said I was making this video. To be honest, it was a mix of a lot of things. It was a mix of fear, laziness, procrastination, and anxiety. I'm sitting outside right now because for some reason I was so nervous nothing looked like good enough inside my house to try and film in front of, and it's ungodly hot out here right now. Let's see what the temperature is. There's even dogs barking, but it made me feel good to have it out here. It's currently 90 degrees out. So let's wrap. What has happened in the last year of my life? So I'll bring it back way back to the thing that I know everyone's pretty much asking and wants to ask, and the reason that I haven't posted much is to avoid answering it. So here we go, we're gonna get out of the way. What happened? So I was living in California. For those of you that are new, I was living in California with Zach, who I was dating at the time. We been dating for a couple of years, and we lived in, like I said, we lived in California and mutually decided that we wanted to be closer to our families. Zach's family lives in Indiana, my family lives in St. Louis. We mutually agreed to move to Indiana, back to where he was from, to his house that he already had, and we lived there for, let's see, we moved in June, I think, after E3, I'm pretty sure. So after we left there, we started kind of settling in. I was working, we were trying to move everything around with his family because they, you know, were living in the house that he owned at the time. So there was a lot of moving around and there were a lot of shifts happening in our lives. Within the first few months we had moved back, I did not get a job right away. I very quickly fell into kind of like a malaise of, you know, I would go work out and then I'd come home and just kind of lay around because I didn't know job-wise what I was gonna do. And there was so much unpacking that needed to be done and settling in. It was overwhelming. And slowly Zach and I's relationship started just kind of, we just started drifting apart. And I know that that sounds very cliche from most YouTuber videos, you know, that you see about breakups, but it's honestly the truth. We were just very distant. We became like roommates. We didn't really, you know, connect anymore. We connected on certain levels, but at a romantic and like base level of a relationship, it wasn't there. And we tried everything we could to fix it. We spent a lot of time, there was a lot of talking and tears and everything. And finally I came to the conclusion that it was just time. I had gotten a job in Indiana at that time. I had just started when Zach and I decided that we were splitting up. So that meant that I had to leave the job that I literally just got trained for and say, hey, I'm sorry, but I'm leaving. I'm not staying here in Indiana. My nose itches. I think I got it. Okay. So I decided that I was, you know, if we were broken up, I wasn't going to stay in Indiana because I had no one there. I mean, I had his family and him there, but we were broken up. So I wanted to move back home. So I moved to St. Louis. Zach and I, when I first moved back, were talking briefly. Since then, for reasons I do not want to get into, we don't talk currently. There's, you know, no issue. There should be no issue as far as like taking sides or anything. It was, you know, the split was mutual. We wanted to have a nice, just easygoing, you know, kind of letting go of everything. So we do not talk anymore. No, we are not dating anymore. I really rather not answer any more questions than that. I don't really want to talk about it. I'm sure I'll still get 1,000 questions on Instagram every time I post. Oh my God, are you still dating? No, we're not. To move on to the next topic, I was living here for about, let's see, I moved back in September, right before Labor Day. That is, yeah, Labor Day. And so about 6 months after I moved back, 3 days after I moved back, I had already started working at another job. I work full-time as a chiropractic therapist out here in St. Louis. I live with my family currently. And I kind of just started hanging out with old friends that I lost when I moved away, just for a lack of, you know, being across the country and us being busy. We didn't have time to connect anymore. So I really wanted to connect with them again. And I started talking to some of my friends, some of them that I used to work with. For people who, you know me on a personal level, I used to work at Smoothie King. And I had a friend from there, and we started hanging out, and it just kind of finally became more than that. We've known each other for about 6 years, and it just kind of evolved. So since February, I have been dating another guy. His name is Joey, and I've already asked him how he feels about being on camera. He's a little camera shy, but he's fully supportive and has no problem with me, you know, talking about him, and he's great. And I didn't really want to deal with the drama that would go down with just posting a picture of the two of us on Instagram, so I actually haven't said anything on Instagram. But as of this video coming out, I kind of consider this my clean slate. You know, my life is starting over. So if you see a random tattooed guy in my pictures, that is my boyfriend. We've been dating for 5 months, I think. Yeah, 5 months. And we were just talking about this, and it's going great. I am absolutely crazy about him. We are currently looking at apartments. I know that seems fast, but you know, just people who've been in relationships before, when you just know. So we've been looking at apartments, and it's a very real kind of relationship. There's no sort of like, you know, hiding from each other. We are very, well, there's really no hiding from each other, because the fact that we were friends for so long beforehand, he's literally seen me at my absolute worst and grossest when I just have sweatpants on and no makeup, and I just like eat a lot of Taco Bell in front of him. There was no like, oh hi, this is so romantic. He was like, yo, what's up? Let's go on a date. So anyway, I'm getting off topic because I'm getting nervous, but we are dating now. We've been dating for about 5 months and still going strong. Eventually, you know, maybe he'll come on here, but he just didn't feel comfortable with it right now. So, let's see, what else? I currently live, you know, back in my parents' house because it was a very sudden moving back home. I didn't really have the money saved up to be able to afford a place on my own. And as I've built that, you know, Joey and I started dating and realized that, hey, let's just get an apartment together. So we've got some applications out there. I'm looking at some tomorrow. And that's the state of that. My family has been overjoyed that I'm back home. I'm very, very close with my family. We are a very solid unit of sarcasm. So me being home has really been great. My mom, I think, has been the most excited out of everyone, besides Joey, I guess. But so we've had a blast. My mom is definitely okay with me moving out because I'll still be in St. Louis. I won't be halfway across the country. All the apartments we are looking at are within like a 15-20 minute radius. Oh, in October, I think it was. I think I talked to them and it was in October. I had a friend drag me to a fitness class. And it was, there's an airplane. Hold for the airplane to pass. Good enough for me. So, I had a friend, someone who I was working with at the chiropractic office I work at, decided to drag me to a fitness class, and it was a pole fitness class, like pole dance, pole fitness. And I know people have mixed thoughts about that, but whatever. You know, I liked it. I'm not very not very like, you know, like a dancey person. I'm not the type to be, you know, that kind of like unleash your inner vixen. That's not me at all. And so it was very awkward, but it was fun. It required a lot of strength, and I had a blast challenging myself to, you know, gain that strength to be able to do these really cool tricks and whatnot. Slowly they started adding in like circus arts classes, like you know, aerial silks and aerial hoop or lyra. I absolutely fell in love with that there. I was seriously there like 5 days a week, like at classes, learning between those three, like pole, silks, and lyra. You can go to my Instagram and you can go to my Instagram and see all of that there if you have no idea what I'm talking about. But anyway, so I was basically going to work, you know, hanging out with Joey, hanging out with my family, and then going and practicing at the studio, at a studio called Pink Lemon out here. Very quickly, I found a group of people that I connected with very easily. I've never been the type to have girlfriends ever, and anyone who knows me really can attest to that. I was heavily bullied in high school and did not like girls. They scared me. But at the studio, I found, you know, just like a tribe of girls who were so nice and open and so 100% set on making sure you succeed and, you know, helping you and being there and being a support system for way more than just trying to learn, you know, tricks and, you know, fun moves and stuff like that. They've been incredible, and so I fell in love with that place. Just kept training and progressing. I even bought a pole, a set of silks, and a lyra to hang up here at my house so I could train at home. And eventually they approached me and asked if I would teach there. So for the past couple months I've been teaching. I've done some aerial stuff like silks and lyra, mostly pole to start off with, because that's what I picked up the easiest. So I also work that job as well, and I work there, you know, at least 2 days a week on top of like having classes that I teach there, and then going in and taking classes for myself from like my friends. And they have been the most amazing group of people. I found probably some of my best friends there. I always joked that like when I get married in the future, I have no bridesmaids. It was gonna be my brother and he was gonna be a bridesman. And then I had my best friend from high school and that was it. But I think with this group of girls, I found, you know, some people that I click with, and I feel like I have real friends and a real support system. And I can't thank them enough for that, and I'm sure eventually you will see them all. They supported me while I decided to do, for God knows why, a competition, an aerial competition where I competed in pole fitness, and I won second. It was still like, you know, the baby level, but you know, I worked my ass off to do it, and they helped me through every single moment of it, along with Joey. He was a crazy support system. He actually went with me to Chicago with all of the girls to to make sure that I was okay, and it went okay. So that is something that I've been doing as well. I was really afraid to post on any of my social media and how it would be taken. My life is so very different from how it was in California. I still love and adore video games and play them any chance I get, but I had no time to play video games anymore like I did. And I was afraid with Zach and I breaking up and me moving and me getting, you know, a normal like 7 to 7 job. And I didn't think I had anything worth mentioning. And I was scared to bridge that gap between, oh, I just pulled the tie out of my shirt. To bridge that gap between, you know, what happened with Zach and I and everything. I didn't know how to overcome that, and I didn't know how to talk to you guys about it until I realized, you know what? Like, you just gotta do it. You gotta rip it off like a Band-Aid. God, my nose itches. What is the deal? I didn't get my makeup. Anyway, so that brings me to my last and final topic, that I wanted to discuss and bring up and answer a couple questions of what is the hell is going on with this channel. And I haven't really figured that out. I would love to do gaming. I'm not really sure as of late how I'm gonna do that. I honestly don't. I love doing vlogs, and if you guys would like to see just my life and, you know, hang out with me still, if that's still something that you guys would like to see, I will gladly do that. And I will bring you to the studio with me. Can't really bring you to work with me, but I can bring you to the studio work with me, you know, when I work and, you know, when I mess around there. And you can meet my friends there, and, you know, I'll film with my family while I can, and with Joey while I can. You guys know that I've always had a fear of, what am I trying to say? A fear of putting out mediocre, boring things when you guys were literally just saying like, just post it. You're being dumb, just post it. That's what I want to know from you guys. What are some things that you would like to see? What are some, you know, if you want Q&As or like real just sit down sessions and rap about life and how much it sucks sometimes. Like, I've gone through so much like so many growing periods and, you know, just major life changes in the last, you know, year that I felt like I was gonna lose my mind sometimes as far as like getting back out there and dating, you know, breakups in general, you know, breaking off from a serious relationship, coming back home, you know, figuring out what the heck are you gonna do with your life, you know, all that kind of stuff. Well, you know, I can rap to you guys about that and just be honest, but just let me know. I decided that I'm really going to try hard and not be scared anymore and not procrastinate. My friends at the studio have been hounding me. Taylor and Ida have been like texting me like, is your video done yet? Is your video done yet? Because they want me to grow as a person, and I know that they knew I was just coughing out of it because I was scared. And you know, you don't want to live like that. So here I am doing it. That's it. That's all I have. That's my life update. Oh my god, I cut my hair. As if you guys haven't noticed the last like 10 minutes of this video. My parents and my brother and my family in general have been joking like, huh, you're gonna make your video and be like, hey, guess what, I chopped my hair off and became a pole dancer. No, I didn't. I still work a full-time job, and I just, you know, I do it for fun, to compete. I would love to be like a creepy little circus child and join the circus and be really flexible and everything. But that's not where I'm at right now. But it's a fun hobby and it relieves stress, and now I get to teach others what I love doing, which is a blast. And you know, I've done a workshop and a couple classes, and I teach bachelorette parties when they come through, and it's so fun and so freeing, and I never thought I would be like that. So it's been crazy. I feel like a whole new person, and I'm sure that there's a lot of, you know, getting to know-ness that we need to do still. So if you guys have any more questions, as far as, you know, like a breakup and everything, I'm not sure how much I'll answer or how much I feel comfortable answering. I'd really just rather like let it lie. But as far as anything else, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Let me know what you want to see as far as video. I don't know why I just did that. Let me know what you guys want to see as far as videos. We'll figure it out together. You guys have always been there. Oh my god, Fallout 76. Like, that's like a huge thing that I know I've just been like ranting about on Twitter. But guys, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. My brother and my dad and Joey and I are all obsessed with Fallout. We always joke that our PS4s are Fallout boxes because we really play nothing else, except we've all gotten equally obsessed with Far Cry 5. So I lost my train of thought. Where was I at? But yeah, let me know what you guys want to see. You guys have been there, even though I basically just ghosted you guys for like a year, and, you know, and tried to recuperate and rebuild myself. You guys were supportive the whole time, and I can't believe any of you that are watching this now that you stuck around, because to me, I would be like, dude, what's this chick doing? Bye. She's like wacko. But you guys have been great, and so I feel loads better that I've gotten this off my chest and explained to you guys what's kind of happened. That's it. That's all I have at the moment. So I guess I'll catch you guys on the internet, and you'll see me on Instagram, Twitter. I guess welcome to my new life. I was wanting to make this video as an intro before I started it, and kind of went unplugged for a while, so here we go. It's been real, and I'll see you guys soon. I look forward to seeing your guys' comments. Bye!